Alright guys, this is another UFC prediction video. We got a UFC fight night tonight. This is the fifth event that's been on Paramount. This is the fifth event that's been on Paramount Plus since UFC came over to Paramount Plus in January of 2026, which is January of this year. Let's recap how I've done so far. I'm not always going to do this, but so far in the first four events, I have went 5-6 for UFC 324. I went 5-6 in UFC 324. I went 3-10 for UFC 325. I went 3-10 for UFC 325. And for the first fight night, I went 4-9. And for this last one, which was last Saturday, I went 6 wins, 8 losses. So yeah, for a total of 18-33 total combined for the first four events. So I haven't had above 500. All my predictions have been below 500. But as always, I'm just going to give you who I think is going to win the fight. I'm not going to give you both fighting the fights. That's just a lot of stuff. That's a lot of fights, being that there's 13 fights. So I'm just going to give you my winners. Let's start it off here. I will have to pause this since there is 13 fights. It's not like WWE where there's only 5 or 6 matches on a card other than WrestleMania. But let's start off with fight number 1. Because when I go look at the UFC, what I do is I go look at UFC.com and see the fights on the prelim and match card. And I start on the prelim card and go from bottom to top because that's the order the fights usually go in on the card. So, starting off with the first fight, we're going with Damian Pinez. These first 7 fights are actually, these first handful of fights that I'm announced are the prelims. So we'll start with the prelims, and I think there's a total of 13 fights on the card. 7 on the prelims and 6 on the main card. So let's get into it. We got 2 women fights again. We got 2 female fights. I love female fights. They put on a show. So let's get into it. First up, we are going with Damian Pinez. Then second up, we're going with Erick Silva. Third up will be the second fight. So the first fight, we're going with Damian Pinez. Second fight, Erick Silva. Third fight, which is our first female fight, we're going with Regina Tarrin. Now here's where I got to pause it. Fourth fight up, we're going with Javier Reyes. Fourth fight up, we're going with Javier Reyes. Fifth fight up, we're going with Christian Quinones. And the sixth fight up, we're going with Ellen Perez. And then the seventh and final fight up on the prelim card, we're going with Ryan Gundra. Now we get into the main card here, guys. We get in the main card. We start off with the 8th fight up. We're going with Santiago Luna. And then, so the eighth fight up, the first fight of the main card, we're going with. So now we get to the main card, guys. And the 8th fight up, which is the start of the main card, we are going with Santiago Luna. 9th fight up, we're going with Emmanuel Rodriguez. And our 10th fight up, on the card, we're going with Philip Bunez. 11th fight up, we're going with King Green, just because I love that name. And your 12th fight up, we're going with your 12th fight up. I'm going with our 12th fight up. I'm going with Marlon Vera. And our 13th and final fight, which is our 13th and final match on the card, which will be your main event of the main card. We got Brandon Moreno versus Lonar Kavanaugh. I don't know if I said his first name right, but anyway, we are going with Brandon Moreno here. Yeah, ought to be a good show. Hope you enjoy. I'll be back either later tonight or tomorrow sometime with UFC Fight Night prediction review video. So hopefully we go above 500. Like I said, I don't know any of these fighters, but I enjoyed these first 5 events on the show. I haven't missed one yet. I mean, I missed one because of the Royal Rumble, but I went back and watched all the fights on the Fight Selector on UFC because for some reason UFC is not like WWE where you can go back and watch the whole main card. UFC is not like WWE. WWE, even on ESPN, you can just go back and watch the whole main card. But with UFC, if you miss it, you can go to that card, but you can't watch the whole card. You got to go to they have a thing called Fight Selector, and you go back from the first fight to last fight and watch the fights, but that you miss all the walkouts and they cut out some of the interviews. But anyways, yeah, so that's the only one I missed was Royal Rumble where I had to watch Fight Select, and that was UFC 325. But yeah, I was able to watch some of it before I had to go home because I was supposed to spend the night with with a friend of mine that night, but his wife got sick because she's a little pregnant right now and she wasn't feeling good, so I just came home. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I'll be back tomorrow or Monday with a review. But anyways, hope I do a little bit better than I've been doing. But yeah, let's go.